everybody, it is Chef Leslie with Harmons. I am here with Chef Callyn today. Hello to you.
Hello.
We're one of our fabulous cooking schools. Tell me a little bit about yourself, because we're talking plant-based cooking today, and you're kind of the expert here.
Yeah. Well, thanks. That's very kind of you.
Mm-hmm.
I did go to a plant-based culinary school in New York City.
How did you get interested in that? Because I just went to regular culinary school.
Yeah. I liked it because it focused on plant-based cuisine and that kind of lifestyle. I got into it because I was cooking for a professional sailing team, and they were wanting to be a little bit more healthy. So,
Okay, so to that end, you know, I love Meatless Mondays, right? But I'm trying to add to my plant-based eating, right? I think it's good for the environment. I think it's a great idea. It's the new year, new habits, that kind of thing. So what are we going to be making today?
So we're working with a really fun protein, plant-based protein. It's called tempeh.
Okay. Now, if you're like me, I have never really I've seen it, I've never used it. So I'm actually very intrigued. We carry this original kind. There's also a smoked kind. Do we carry that?
Yes, there's a couple different kinds that we do carry, but you can always get the original.
Okay, so at its basic, tell me what tempeh is, just by definition.
So tempeh, I like to use if people are wanting something a little bit more hearty, say like tofu can be a little bit silky.
Okay.
People sometimes find the texture off-putting, but this is a fermented soybean, so it's a great source of protein. And I find it to have a really nice texture.
There's also some brown rice in here too.
Yes. Yep.
I did a little bit of research beforehand, and I found out that this has 16 grams of protein for 3 ounces, whereas like lean ground beef or pork tenderloin, lean pork tenderloin is about 26. So it's kind of about, what, 2/3 of the protein?
Yeah, it's a little bit less, and the hopes are to have it with lots of greens and vegetables and things like that. And that'll continue to up your
I can smell the nuttiness. That smells awesome.
Yeah.
And I love tofu. I'll always do extra. I do the extra, well, the firmer the extra firm with my kids. They love it with just soy sauce.
Oh yeah, delicious.
Yeah. So we put
really
this
good.
in hot water is all.
Yeah, put it in a little bit of hot water.
And what's the reasoning for that?
This kind of softens it. So we are going to be making a kind of a croquette
Okay.
patty, if you will. And I'm adding some sausage seasonings, what is familiar to us to sausage seasonings. So when you put it in water, depending upon what you're going to do with it, then you can add either a sweetener, which I figured we would add some brown sugar.
Would you put that in the water right now?
To the water.
So we just brought it to a boil, and then how long does this need to soak?
It just soaks for about 5 or so minutes. This just kind of softens the tempeh.
Okay. So that we're going to actually eventually blitz it, right?
Yes.
In the food processor.
Yep.
Okay. So 5 minutes.
Yeah.
What do we do next?
So we're going to go ahead and add this to our food processor here.
What if you don't have a food processor?
You could do it in a blender.
Okay.
You could use a cheese grater, a box grater, and just grate it as
on
well.
the large
Yes.
holes?
Yep.
Okay.
Turn that off.
Ooh, it smells like rice. It smells nutty.
Yeah. And that's the rice in this tempeh is going to help act as a binder.
Okay.
For our patties.
So how are we gonna doctor this? So maybe that's the wrong word, doctor. What are we going to season this with?
Season this.
I gotta have we got a big old thing of pork here. Let's just
let's season it.
Okay.
Okay, so we're very much going with some traditional seasonings to get that sausage flavoring. So we'll start with our
olive
wet
oil
ingredients. Yeah.
We need how much of this?
1 tablespoon.
Okay. You can eyeball it if you want to.
Yeah, that's just fine. Just gonna add some
olive oil.
moisture.
What's next?
We're doing some Tamari, which is a gluten-free version of soy sauce.
That's the only difference, people. Tamari equals gluten-free.
Yeah. Okay. So it's wonderful. This ends up being a gluten-free recipe. It doesn't.
It's also vegan, huh?
It is also
like
vegan.
I was just looking at the rest of it. It's pretty much vegan.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not. Well, it won't be gluten-free if we add the flour.
So we do have some flour here just in case it becomes a little bit too liquidy. Little garlic.
Couple cloves of garlic.
Yep. Pop those babies in. Some fennel.
Seeds.
Very traditional. Yum.
Oh man. Yeah.
So great.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love myself some fennel. Okay.
And then we've got a whole bunch of spices here. So
Okay, here we go.
quarter teaspoon.
What's this? Is that thyme?
Yep.
Okay, quarter teaspoon of thyme.
Thyme.
Yeah, this is right up. Good job. Good job on making
Paprika.
that. Okay.
I always encourage smelling before.
Oh, sister.
Smell it all
Okay,
before it
the
goes
smoky is just the bee's knees, that one.
Yep.
Okay, let's sage.
Some sage. Also very traditional.
Okay. I think I'm kind of doing heaping.
That's okay. That'll be
Okay.
delicious.
Oregano.
A little oregano.
Leaves. Because there's a ground version.
Yes. Yeah.
Leaves.
I prefer for.
Do we need any S&P?
Yes. Little salt and pepper.
You do the cayenne pinch. Like a man pinch or how much of a pinch?
Oh, yeah.
A man pinch?
Yes.
This is my man pinch.
Yeah, I always like to talk about that because people do.
Well,
just
listen,
your pinch
people,
of
like that
fingers.
is just dumb.
I don't know.
Don't do that. This
Also-
is what you do. I mean, come on. Unless, of course, you've got like high blood pressure or something.
Right.
No flour.
No flour yet. We're going to see how this texture goes.
Okay. Oh, gosh. See? I knew.
Yep.
It's going to be one or the other. Am I pulsing or am I?
Pulsing.
Okay.
Yep, we don't want it to give puree.
No.
No.
Wow, that's creepy.
Yeah.
Am I done yet?
Yeah, because it's starting to kind of look like.
It looks like ground pork.
Yeah, there you go.
Come on.
So the fun part about working
Do you
with.
guys need to keep going?
No, I think that looks great.
Ooh. Wow. That smells real good.
Am I surprising you?
Yes, you are.
Good. The fun
I
part
ate way too
about
much
this
meat.
is if you need to, if you're hesitant about how you've seasoned, you can taste that because it's already cooked.
Gosh, it's true because I would have to like microwave my meat mixture. wouldn't I? Okay, this is kind of looking like it looks like chopped peanuts.
And I think it looks like a good texture. We don't need to add any flour.
So we need to form patties.
Yes.
Basically, 1 bar of tempeh will probably make about 4
Yes.
croquettes or patties. You think? Okay. What am I aiming for? A circle?
So, yeah.
A ball?
So I kind of I go a little bit higher.
Oh. Okay.
Get my hands in there.
Okay. And you don't need. Yeah, I don't need. I mean, it's like there's no problem with stickiness.
Yeah.
And I don't need the
Forms
flour.
together really nice.
Wow, yours look so much nicer than mine. Hold on.
Yeah,
We've done
just
this
do the-
before.
Do
I'm
the
going
round and
tall.
round.
I'm
Yeah,
going
yeah,
tall.
yeah. I love that.
And then a little flat.
Yep.
We're gonna fry them up, right?
Perfect.
And what kind of oil are you using?
So I'm going to use an avocado oil.
Why?
It's great for a high smoke point.
Uh-huh.
And also, I just really enjoy cooking with avocado oil.
Okay, so shimmering.
Yes.
And because you want to hear a sizzle right away, right? And how long are we looking to cook these?
We just want a nice, toasty, kind of a little bit more of a crisp side on each. So just a couple minutes on each side. It really goes pretty fast.
Okay, so now we've fried up our beautiful little croquettes.
Yes.
And then we're not going to serve them naked, right? We're going to serve
not.
them with something. What are we
Yes.
going to serve them with?
So we're going to do a cashew cream sauce. So,
Okay.
I
These specimens are crazy.
I know.
I have to be honest with you. So these are probably plumped. What do you have in here?
So we just have a raw, unsalted, unroasted cashew. And I just soaked them. I made sure they were submerged. They were submerged.
Oh, they were?
last night.
Okay.
So they sat overnight.
And then you just popped them in the fridge, or did you just leave them out?
I left them out.
So we're going to put that in a blender. Now, do I want to put all this water in?
Yes. Just put it all in.
Okay.
If you have quite a bit of liquid, just reserve the liquid and
How many cashews was that?
it was about 2 cups.
Okay. 2 cups of raw cashews. My gosh, they like doubled in size.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Lemon.
so this is the base that I always start. You really want some nice acid, and I just love lemon zest. So
do I. So we're done with that.
yep.
Go.
Let's do
Choppy.
Let's do a half. Let's start with half.
Okay.
I like to start with half.
All right.
Add some.
Go.
Add some.
Down.
Yeah. We're gonna do big pinch of salt
Man pinch.
because remember the cashews are not salted.
Right.
Zoop.
Okay. Done.
And then we're gonna do some cracked pepper.
Okay.
If you really want to keep with really white sauce, do white pepper.
Are you okay with that? or no?
I'm not a huge fan of white pepper.
I'm pulsing or I'm pureeing till it's smooth, smooth,
Yep,
smooth?
you want it nice and smooth.
Oh, wow. How long?
30 seconds. I think that looks good.
Yeah?
Let's test her out.
Test.
So this can be served at room temperature. It gets kind of warm because of the blender.
My world is rocked. No, it's really rocked. Like, okay.
Oh, good. Good.
Bringing it back. Okay.
Bring it back.
What are we doing?
We are going to warm it up because we want it to be warm.
Do
with
I
our
need
croquettes.
anything in there?
We
Will
do
it
not.
scorch me or anything?
No.
Okay. But low. I should stay low.
Yep, low. We're just really warming this through. It doesn't need to be cooked or anything like that. It
Okay.
just-
We're going to put this recipe, we're going to put that recipe on there, up on the website.
Yes.
What are we going to serve this with?
Okay, so the last time I made this, I like just a little bit more substance.
Yeah.
So we've made a polenta cauliflower cake.
So
So I gave it a little bit of color. Again,
Okay.
it's already cooked, especially with that quick.
you just did a little
Just a
avocado
little
oil,
Yes.
brown.
Yep.
Okay. Then what?
We're gonna add a little bit sauce.
Add a little sauce.
Let's do a little bit of tomato salad.
What is that?
So we did a little marinade because this adds some nice acidity.
right. Okay.
So it's just olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic.
A real
Tomatoes.
garlic clove minced. Okay.
Yep, yep.
And you're just going to
So-
strain that from the oil.
Strain that
Oh,
a
that
little.
looks delicious. And adds boatloads of color.
Whoop, just like
Okay.
that.
And now,
Then
now
one of those babies
on top.
right
Oh
like that.
boy. Oh gosh.
I think people just really miss, especially if they're kind of transitioning from already eating meat to wanting, like, they don't want to miss out on that like sausagey flavor. So that was it. And I really do enjoy tempeh. I think it's a great, good,
Dude.
just like that.
Right.
So
That
if you
is
don't,
so like nutty and creamy and sweet, but then you got the tomato thing going on, so you got a texture thing. Thank you so much. It's a good day. It's a great day when I can have a dish epiphany.
and feel good about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go eat more of this.
Okay, great.
Okay. Thanks for joining us. Bye. Dang, that was really good.